Vehicles torched, buildings arsoned, smoke choking the streets, people killed indiscriminately. That's Haiti today, where humanity is in despair. The capital, Port-au-Prince, has been paralyzed with violence everywhere. Gangs rule the streets, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. Hospitals, schools, businesses are all shut down. Even the airport is closed. People are fleeing the city, desperate for safety. In a sign of worsening conditions, countries are evacuating their citizens. They have withdrawn their embassy staff. Armed groups have taken control of roads and other vital arteries around the country. This in turn has limited supplies of essentials. People are struggling to meet the basic needs due to critical shortages and skyrocketing prices. The cost of essentials like drinking water is up 50%. Gang members have looted or destroyed civilian homes, leaving many without shelter. So on one side there is violence, on the other there is hunger. The United Nations estimates that more than 360,000 people are internally displaced in Haiti. Listen to this man. He's Jimmy Cherizia, alias Barbecue. Haiti's feared gang leader and by many accounts, Haiti's most powerful man too.
If Ariel Henry doesn't step down, the country will suffer a genocide. If the international community continues to support Ariel Henry, they will lead us directly into a civil war that will end in genocide. The international community, especially the United States, Canada, France, and the core group, will be responsible for all the people who die in Haiti.
He is a former cop who has now brought Haiti to its knees. In 2020, Cherizia brought together 9 capital area gangs. He then announced the creation of a gang alliance called G9 Family and Allies. Jimmy Cherizia faces sanctions from both the UN and the US. Haiti's gangs have now pushed out the Prime Minister Ariel Henry. His resignation was one of their key demands. He was leading the country on an interim basis after President Jovenel Moise's assassination. He was never elected. He kept postponing elections, saying security had to be restored first. There has been no election in the country since 2016, and when he announced his resignation, he was not in Haiti, but in Puerto Rico. That's because he wasn't allowed back in Haiti after leaving in late January for Guyana and Kenya. In Kenya, he had signed a deal on the deployment of an international security force to help tackle violence. Henry said he would resign once a transitional presidential council is created. He submitted his resignation to the Caribbean Community Regional Bloc CARICOM after it held an emergency meeting on Haiti's future.
After the Council of Ministers, it's been agreed to set up a presidential transitional council. Once chosen, the council will govern over different sectors of national life. Haiti wants peace and stability. Haiti needs sustainable development. Haiti needs to rebuild democratic institutions.
With Henry out, Kenya paused its deployment of police officers to lead the international security mission in Haiti that we told you about. Now, the United States is looking to expedite the deployment of a UN-backed multinational security support mission to Haiti.
It's the whole question of security in Haiti, because moving forward on a political transition and getting to elections, being able to provide humanitarian assistance to get it to people who need it, as well as helping the economy develop, none of that happens if there is profound insecurity, which is what we've seen now with the gangs taking over parts of the capital city, Port-au-Prince, challenging the airport, challenging the ports, etc.
However, the US admits there are challenges. The violence isn't new to Haiti. It was never as grim as this. So how do things escalate? Well, Haiti's present crisis can be traced directly to then-President Jovenel Moïse's assassination in July 2021. That created a power vacuum. Gangs and armed groups filled this vacuum. Since the end of February, armed gangs have attacked public institutions. Police stations, seaports and the international airport were not spared. The armed groups stormed the country's two main prisons. 4,000 inmates escaped. These inmates in turn joined the gangs. The already struggling government tried to regain control by declaring a 72-hour state of emergency with a nighttime curfew, but these measures proved ineffective as their authority had already crumbled. Across the border, thousands of Haitians are desperately seeking refuge in the Dominican Republic, but the situation there is tense too. Dominican authorities are keeping a watchful eye on the border. The border is sealed with a metal fence topped with razor wire. Haiti has a long history of armed groups acting as political henchmen. Politicians have used them for various purposes, from silencing opponents to manipulating elections. But while a lot of Haiti's problem is man-made, the Caribbean country has also borne the brunt of natural calamities. The terrible earthquake of 2010 is a scar that hasn't healed. Over 300,000 people died and millions lost their homes. Many still live in weak shacks, a constant reminder of the disaster. Just when things seemed to be getting better, more earthquakes, hurricanes and floods hit Haiti, making it super hard to rebuild and for everyone to feel united again. UNICEF, the United Nations Agency for Children, issued a warning about extreme hunger and severe malnutrition. Across the entire country, 1 out of every 4 children suffers from chronic malnutrition or stunting. So how has Haiti got to this point of anarchy? Let's go back into history. It was 1492 when explorer Christopher Columbus landed this Caribbean island. He called it Hispaniola. The island was claimed by Spain. Before this Spanish conquest, the island had been inhabited by indigenous Taino. In modern day, the island is shared by Haiti and the Dominican Republic. In 1697, Spain ceded the western part of Hispaniola to France, and this became Haiti. Fueled by Haitian slave labor, Europe's sugar, coffee, indigo and cotton industries boomed by 1767. Haiti accounted for 1/3 of the transatlantic slave trade. Inspired by the French Revolution, the enslaved Africans who worked at those plantations revolted in 1791. What followed was a 13-year-long bloodbath. Then, on January 1, 1804, Haiti declared independence. It became the first black republic and abolished slavery. This was inspiring. But independence came at a crippling cost. The newly formed nation then had to pay reparations to France, that is compensation for former slave owners. France demanded a staggering sum of 150 million gold francs from Haiti in exchange for recognizing its independence. Faced with this pressure, Haiti was forced to accept and borrow the money from a French bank at high interest rates. Over the next 122 years, Haiti funneled the equivalent of 20 to 30 billion US dollars in today's currency value to France. It was spending about 80% of its national budget on loan repayments. So instead of making roads, schools and hospitals, Haiti was paying debt. And what role did the United States have, if any, in the Caribbean nation? The United States intervened in Haiti in 1950 with a military occupation that lasted for nearly 2 decades. The US also gained control of Haiti's finances during this period. Since then, the United States has maintained a significant influence over Haitian politics. Many believe that the emergence of powerful gangs and the resulting chaos stem from 1995. This was the year when John Bertrand Aristide, Haiti's former president, returned to power with the backing of US troops. In between, the gangs grew into criminal organizations, profiting from drugs, weapons and exploitation of Haiti's most vulnerable populations. With Henry stepping down, it's anyone's guess what the gangs want next. They might just want power, but who knows? So what's the road ahead? The United States and other external forces are attempting to broker the transition. However, Haiti's history is marked by recurring crises, punctuated by fleeting moments of hope and stability. The question remains, will this be a genuine turning point for Haiti, or simply another chapter in a frustrating cycle of failure? Only time will tell. Well, that's all in this edition of Connecting the Dots. We'll see you next week with more raging issues that touch our lives and imagination. Goodbye for now from all of us in the Delhi newsroom. Take care and stay safe.